Trap is the latest thriller from M. Night Shyamalan, and it follows a father and a daughter who are attending a pop concert that turns out to be an elaborate trap to catch a serial killer. For anyone who maybe hasn't been to this channel before, or you just haven't heard me talk about this yet, I have a vendetta against spoilery trailers. And I know I could just not watch them, but I feel like as a consumer, I shouldn't have to avoid your trailer because you can't cut together a trailer that doesn't give away the entire film. And let that be your warning if you have managed to avoid all trailers and clips for Trap and you haven't yet seen the movie. Don't watch this and don't watch the trailer. Just go see it before you have it spoiled for you, and then you can come back and watch this. So when I first saw the trailer for Trap, I was gagged that they immediately give away that Cooper, played by Josh Hartnett, is the serial killer. I think that would be something like very easy to hide, and I think it could have been a fun reveal in the movie. But as the movie started, and you know, I'm kind of going into the movie with that in mind, like damn, the trailer really gives away so much. I kind of swallowed that back and just let myself be taken along for the ride. I kind of purposefully tried to change my mindset before the movie started, just thinking like, okay, well maybe we're meant to know he's a serial killer from the onset because that's the story that they want us to follow. They want us to essentially see a serial killer as a protagonist, and the story is more about how he devolves as the walls start closing in around him. And that turned out to be relatively easy because Josh Hartnett ate. He was magnetic, and this was something different than I've seen from him before. I mean, I haven't seen every single one of his movies, but I've seen enough. He was definitely one of those actors, like, I thought I had a crush on him when Comp Pet had me in a chokehold. So I've seen enough to know like he's usually the hero type, the boy next door kind of type, the one you have a crush on, right? So it was so much fun to see him play a complete psychopath and be good at it. Like be really good at it. Acting, am I right? But the rest of the movie was strange, putting it nicely. So M. Night and his daughter Salika, who plays Lady Raven, the concert that the father and daughter are attending, in the promos and the marketing for this movie have talked about how they built this movie around a concert, around the music. Salika is a singer-songwriter by trade in real life. So this essentially was kind of like a nepotism movie, which is fine because M. Night can do that. He can do that. I just personally thought the relationship between like the concert and everything going on with the concert and Cooper's conflict seemed to be a bit clunky. Like it didn't really, it was like oil and water. And then I especially felt that way after the concert's over and Lady Raven inserts herself into the plot, you know, after they leave the venue. It felt awkward, and it really felt like two different movies, like Frankensteined together. There was a brief moment where things maybe started to feel a bit cohesive when Riley gets to go on stage with Lady Raven, and then Riley and Cooper get to go backstage. But all that falls apart when Lady Raven invites herself over to Riley's house, because at that point she knows that Cooper is the butcher. From there, the movie really drags. I feel like they were trying to show Cooper more in his element. He evades the cops multiple times before he's finally caught. I think they were trying to do a little bit too much. For me, I feel like they lost sight of the central theme of the movie, which is Cooper, this guy who very clearly loves his daughter, loves his family, and is also a serial killer. And it felt like the movie should have been about those two worlds colliding and everything coming crashing down around him. And I feel like we got lost in the sauce. I feel like they tried to bring it back at the end when Riley sees her dad being taken away for the final time. At that point, it just didn't land. It was too late. And overall, I just felt the movie was okay. Like, I think Josh Hartnett carried a lot of this movie, but everything else was just, it was fine. I still stand by that the trailer could absolutely have been edited in a way that hid who the butcher was. I didn't have super high hopes for the movie, so I wasn't particularly let down. There were moments that were exciting and I think really shined, but I think overall it just felt like, like I don't really feel strongly about it coming out of the movie. It's just there. I saw a movie and that was it. So hopefully if you've made it this far, you've already seen the movie Trap. I want to know what you guys thought about it in the comments, and how does it rank compared to M. Night's other movies for you. I don't think this is the worst one by far, but it's not his best either. So there are more videos to come, and I'll see you in those videos. Until then, stay strange. Bye.